Hey guys, welcome back. So got a video for y'all today all about this adorable palette right here. This is the GlamLite Pizza Palette. 18 delicious toppings. Is this not stinking adorable? So we're going to talk about all things related to this palette, like pricing, packaging. We'll look at some swatches. I'll talk to you guys about the formula of these shadows and how they are to work with, and give you my overall thoughts and impressions on this palette. And then I will also show you a tutorial on how I did this kind of grungy, contrasting sort of an eye look. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the price of this palette is $40, but you can use a coupon code on it, which brings down the price a little bit. As far as the packaging and presentation on this palette, it is so cute. So if you get just the regular $40 one, it looks like this, but then they have a special one that is the limited edition PR box that was $55. So if that's still around, it's $55. That's a bigger sort of a box. I just got the $40 one, but this box is still stinking adorable. I mean, it looks like a little pizza box. So this is the outside box on it, and then the actual palette itself looks like this. So it looks like a big old pizza. Super duper cute. It opens up this way. There is a big mirror in here. It is a huge palette, like a really big palette that looks like a pizza. So it is adorable. I do wish it were just a little bit smaller. Like I wish it were more of like a personal pizza. You know what I mean? Because there is some extra space in here. So I would love if it were like brought in a little bit to make it just a smidgen smaller. But I mean, the presentation is so super cute. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. That's just one little thing I would have personally changed about it, but I still think that it is precious. This is raised in here and the graphic is just so pretty. It looks like a pizza. So adorable. Then as far as color story in here, so all of the different shadows are named after different pizza toppings. And then the color of those shadows matches those different toppings. So like the green peppers is green, the mushrooms one is a mushroom kind of taupey sort of a color, just super duper cute. So it is kind of a colorful palette. I mean, there are quite a few colorful shades in here, but you could get a lot of neutral looks with this palette as well. There's a lot of warm tone happening in here, so kind of orangey shades, golds, reds. So there's a lot of warm tones in here, but there are some cool tones as well, like mushroom and the greens. So lots of possibilities with this palette. There are only 3 shimmery shades: jalapenos, pineapple, and green onions. Those are the only 3 metallic-y sort of shades in here. All the rest are mattes. So fun. Now for some swatches starting on the top part of the palette. This is red onions, bacon, pineapple, garlic, basil, prosciutto. Next we have jalapenos, meatballs, hot sauce, sausage, black olives, marinara. And we've got pepperoni, ham, Kalamata olives, green peppers, extra cheese, and mushrooms. There they are. And as far as the formula goes on these shadows, really nice shadow formula. So the metallic-y shades, the few that are in there, they are a really nice metallic formula that adheres to the lid well, builds on itself well, but they're not that overly thick sort of a texture where you can end up having some creasing issues. I really don't notice that with these. So there's still that thick enough formula that they catch the light and look really nice and metallic, but they're not quite to that point. So a really good texture on those. The mattes are such a nice formula. They are pigmented, but they're also really nice and silky. But a lot of times silky shadows kind of have to be built up a little bit in pigmentation. These are not like that. They are very pigmented, but then they also have that silky sort of a texture that blends out really nicely, very easily. They're really easy to work with and just beautiful on the eyes. The only couple that are a little bit grittier in texture is this one and this one right here. I think this is pepperoni and I think this is green peppers. Those two have a slightly grittier texture to them, but still very workable. Just in comparison to the other ones, they are a little bit grittier in texture, but not a big deal at all. Just wanted to note that to you. So really nice texture on these shadows. They're very easy to work with and they just look beautiful on the eyes. So my overall thoughts and impressions on this palette, I think it is just precious. You know, I'm not a very serious person. I like lighthearted, fun, happy things, and I feel that way about my makeup too. So this is totally that. It's just lighthearted and fun and cute, but then also really great quality too. So I love that about it. You're getting the quality, but you're also getting the fun in it. So I think if you like these kind of colors, I think you would really enjoy this formula. It's fun that it's pizza related, so if you love pizza, it's fun for that reason. You could get it for that reason. So I just think it's an awesome palette and just so much fun. So I would highly recommend it. I'm really enjoying it. So those are my overall thoughts. So now we're gonna get to the tutorial. Let's get to that. Okay, so I already applied some eyeshadow primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that with some of Garlic. That one right there, Garlic. With a Moda crease brush. Just gonna run that all over my eyeshadow primer. Now I'm gonna take this Chic Pro eyeshadow brush and get some of Mushrooms on that brush. And then I'm gonna put this into my crease and transition area. Now for my lid, so I wanted to play with something other than the warm tone colors just because I've seen more looks with warm tone lids, so I wanted to play with something a little bit more cool tone. So I'm gonna get Basil on a Chic eyeshadow brush, a BQU 105 to be specific. And I'm just gonna build this up all over my lid. Going for kind of like a smoky green, and then I'm gonna do kind of a reddish sort of a look on my lower lash line, so kind of an edgy, contrasting sort of look. Pretty pretty. I actually really like that just like it is, but I want to play with more shadows. So I'm going to get some of Jalapeno on that same brush. Close my palette. I'm going to spray it with some setting spray, and I'm just going to build this up on my lid, kind of right over the top of that other green color. Okay, now I'm going to take a small crease brush and get some of Meatballs on that brush and just apply a little bit of this in my outer corner just to kind of deepen up that area and just give a little bit of depth and dimension to the look. Just blending in my crease a little bit with that original crease brush. Okay, so we're just playing. So for my lower lash line, I plan on using Pepperoni. So I think I'm actually gonna put a little bit of this on my upper lash line as well and try to use this kind of as a liner. So let's see what this does. Just kind of trying to get a creative, funky sort of a look going. So I'm just gonna run this right along my lash line as my liner. I'm going to clean up my brow bone with a little bit of Garlic. I feel like I lost a little bit of that green, so I'm just going back and tapping a little bit back on of jalapenos just with my finger. Okay, now I'm going to apply some mascara to my upper lashes. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics Superhero, so I'm going to apply that and I'll be right back. I went ahead and applied a lot of other makeup-y things too, like concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, blah, 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 blah. Okay, for my lower lash line, I'm going to get some of Mushrooms on a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. Tap that and then just run this lightly along my lower lash line. And now I'm going to take some of Pepperoni on that same brush and just run this along my lower lash line just to kind of get that contrasting look. I just go along the sides of it with my concealer brush to kind of soften that edge. And now I'm going to apply some CoverGirl Clump Crusher to my lower lashes and then finish up the rest of my makeup, which I think is just my lips. And actually I think I'm going to go ahead and put some of this liner on my waterline. This is the Merle Norman Soft Touch Eye Pencil in Peacock. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. So hope that you really enjoyed it and hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was, and let me know down below what you think about this palette. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Ask any questions that you have, I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!